interrupting me all the time, we just stepped aside and we talked for a few minutes. And I said, I'm sorry, Bob, you know, like, I was a little stressed out that night. Popcorn was speaking over me too, and I was trying to tell you guys about something, and every time it seemed like I was getting somewhere as you were speaking over me, right? And he understood that. He said, yeah, man, I know, I'm sorry, man, I didn't mean to. And we talked about, you know, other things for a few minutes, and it was good. We worked it out. There was no hard feelings. But then 2B kept coming in and trying to stir up those feelings again. And it's like, okay, 2B, like, I forgave Bob. We worked it out. We're cool. What's your problem here? Like, why can't you let it go? Like, she just kept bringing it up and bringing it up and bringing it up. And now Glenn's doing the same thing. He's bringing it up and bringing it up, threatening to destroy my ministry. Like, he has no power to destroy my ministry.
Of course not.
My ministry is going to be out on the street. So how's he going to destroy it? Is he going to come to Chilliwack and picket the streets and live stream it for 24 hours? That makes no sense to me, Johnny.
I had a really good idea to make money, Brian. And I think you might have heard it earlier, but we could do a live pay-per-view of you and Glenn meet in the street and have a fist fight. And then we could pay-per-view it, Flat Earth pay-per-view. And then, oh no, I better not say anything else because they'll steal it.
Yeah, they'll steal it, man. They'll steal it.
Okay. I was just kind of kidding anyways. I was kidding, of course. I don't want any violence or anyone to fight. I just thought that was funny.
Well, that's the thing too. Is I come from street fighting, right? So I street fight. I don't box. I don't kickbox. I don't karate. I don't do none of that stuff. I fight for my life, right? So if he's not attacking me, I got no, you know, like, I fight when I need to. You know what I mean? So, but no, to do that would be, if it could be a fair fight, sure. But I'm scared of people like him grabbing a hold of my nuts and, you know, pulling my hair, and, you know.
He does seem like a nut grabber. Glenn seems like he would reach for your nuts. He probably would.
He said he would, right? And that's street fighting to me. Like, but, you know, and I don't want to get that dirty over this. Like, I'd go have a good old boxing match with the guy, but I wouldn't want to have a good old angry, you know, fighting for my life street fight with the guy. That's overboard, you know. But I hear him talking to Jed all the time, talking about boxing matches and shit. Bring it on. I got a big backyard, and I got a bunch of bikers here that'll stand around and make sure it's not dirty too.
Yeah, because Brian, even if you lose, like, don't be mad. I mean, Glenn's got a mohawk. I mean,
no, man, I never cry when I lose.
Don't be mad if you lose. Glenn has a mohawk. Anyone with a mohawk could probably kick some ass. You know, I mean,
me and my best friend in grade 7, we used to go out into the front of the schoolyard, and we'd actually, like, outright fist fight, smashing each other in the face, man. And all the kids at school would gather around. They'd be cheering on one or the other of us, whoever they liked the most, and then at the end, we'd shake hands and we'd go home and play Nintendo or something, man. Like, you know what I mean? It was fun.
Exactly. Like, you know, whoever gets the first punch, and you try to like outlast that. You know, if you can get past that, then whoever on the ground, basically, and then whenever the other person's done, you know, you're pretty much done.
Like, you're done, yeah. Yeah.
Everyone's
Tiffany
tired.
don't understand. It must be a man thing.
Yeah, you get tired. I mean, you can't fight forever. You know, that's why the boxing matches and the fighting matches are only a certain amount of minutes, because you just can't keep fighting like in They Live, where it's like a 30-minute fight scene. Have you seen that movie, Brian, They Live?
Oh yeah, man, I've seen it a few times, man.
You know the fighting scene I'm talking about, where
the guy trying to wake up the blind guy, man. That's what this feels like, John.
I know, and that's what the point, Glenn. Like, if you can't see what we're doing, and you're not gonna fucking jump on here with us and be like, hey, you know, you guys are right, everyone's a shill, then obviously you're a part of their little crew. And you did come in with the whole Jeff Stewart boat. Like, y'all came in on a freaking Navy ship, and you got dropped off into the flat Earth, and you were right there with them, with your little Sesame Street logo, with Yvette and everybody else, and the little Jeff's crew, and the flat Earth first 24-hour live stream.
And he doesn't have to agree with us. Like, he could go on and think that we're wrong, but he made a point to come out and attack us and be dirty and bring up all these false claims. And
yeah, like trying to threaten your guys' ministry or whatever you like, whatever, you know. It's just stupid.
Glenn, since Glenn has helped me out so much, I got an idea for him for his plan to destroy my ministry. He can do the same thing he did for the Flat Earth Shills. He can make a bunch of posters that say Spitfire Saints Ministry is shilly, and post them all around my neighborhood for me.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, well, then people can look at the posters and go check out my stuff, and they'll say, oh wait, this guy's wrong. He's not a shill. He's actually doing something for people. Hey, let's go.
But here's the thing.
He lives in the
Like
team.
he was thinking of things to attack us, like Rogue. They're trying to attack us. It's like, oh, let's attack his character and let's watch the movie Dark City, and then find something in the movie and attack him on that. Or no, your shirt, Brian, and you're not allowed to button the top button. Okay, Glenn, what about you? You work for some retarded guy that's like doing some construction and he's not able to work, so you do all the work for him. And you're like sweating and working all day for a couple of dollars in your like little apartment, and you go home and you get on flight. You know, like let's try to get Glenn. What T-shirt are you wearing, Glenn? What's up with those white headphones you got, Glenn? What's up with white headphones? No one likes white headphones.
I know, man. The white
Stupid shit.
Oh, Glenn. Glenn, if you get rid of those white headphones, your subscribers will go up.
Oh my God. Do you hear these boys? God, these guys, boy, they don't leave no room for the potato crew, do they? Good God, they don't leave no room for that potato crew at all. They are locking them out. These guys, boy, they don't leave no room for the potato crew, do they? Oh, let me turn that down. That is funny as shit. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so funny. Here, let me just get back to it. I'm sorry.
We pissed a lot of people off tonight, but it's been fun.
Yeah. Yeah, they're probably trying to find a way to snipe this right now. They can't figure it out.
Just because they can't, see?
Mm-hmm.
So they got to come in and drop rude comments like Tiffany deleted from Timmy Ossman there.
I screenshotted everything, so
Yeah,
you guys
she's
can look at it.
all right. She screenshotted it also.
Well, like I said, Timmy Osmond, he's kind of a cool guy, you know. Like he's like the coolest like flat earther, basically, even though he says he's not. I mean, he's
Man, he's full blown flat earther, Johnny. Full blown.
Oh man, Tim Osmond was the one doing all the most of the filthy comments.
Wow.
And he came, once I deleted his first account.
Oh, he's got many troll accounts
he
too.
came in with a whole whack after that, saying the exact same thing.
Wow. But yet he doesn't like it when people porn bomb him and you know all the dirty tactics that the flat earthers use against him.
Okay, so let's look at this another angle here because we got Timmy. Timmy's here. Okay, Timmy. Hey, Timmy. Why are you here, Timmy? Like, don't you have other stuff to do? Like, who called you, Timmy? Like, who? Because obviously, Timmy, you might be a $50 show. Do we have $50 shows? I'm calling $50 shows because I'm thinking you might be worth $50 an hour, Timmy. Because when you show up, that means that, you know, we're doing the right thing here. Like, who? Why are you here? Is it because we're talking about your friends?
Well, see, that's it. Jason Hornsby's clever, man. He's clever.
Oh man, we've got like 16 people watching. We must be doing something big for all these people with 1,000, 2,000, 10,000 followers who are bothering us.
All right. I'm gonna put them on the back burner. We'll get back to these guys. We'll get back to these guys later. No, I really had something funny I wanted to show y'all. Oh shit. I'm gonna put them on the back burner. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to come apart like that, y'all. I was trembling in my boots is what it was. I was absolutely I wasn't laughing, guys. Y'all got me scared to death talking shit about me and my boat. Man, I'm freaking terrified here. Oh my God. Flat ass shells attack. You know, it's funny. I wasn't expecting that, and I was fixing to go live because I just now watched another video that I was going to go live with. It's absolutely fucking hilarious. If you think that shit's funny, look at this shit here. Wait a minute. I gotta get there. No, damn it. There we go. see. What am I still hearing here? Nope, nope, that ain't it. Dang it. This guy. There we go. Alright, now look. I just want y'all to just bear with me here. I know you're not gonna like what this guy says, and I know you're gonna have a lot of questions. But just listen to this shit. You're gonna like it. Hold on. Here you go. You ready?
Alright, we're struggling through this last topic about the Van Allen belts, the magnetic field, gravity. I introduced the fourth force, as Tesla did, just backing up his stuff. And we're talking about centric gravigal force. Later on in this video, we're going to get into that force and how it works and how it maintains the Van Allen belts. So we got us a video on the moon creates the Van Allen belts around the Earth. Planets with moons have Van Allen belts versus planet without moons that have no Van Allen belts. So it's pretty simple. There's a lot of physical evidence out in the universe and even closer to home in our solar system. Like I said, the other videos here, we got a nice little description of what's going on here with magnetic fields, mainstream's idea of what's going on that's created by the Earth, correlation with the sun. Now the sun's about as big as my thumbnail. You know, you know, the depth perception here is all wrong, but we're gonna just play with it anyways. You know, again, no mention of the moon when it comes to a Van Allen belt, the magnetic field, or any other thing. We've got the moon has nothing to do with any kind of astrophysics whatsoever, as far as the mainstream is concerned. Right, here's your typical Van Allen belts. Right here is the Van Allen belts. And like I said, in the other video, the mainstream has us believe in the Earth magnetic field, which is created by the sun, by the way. It's charged particles streaming in from the sun at light speed, pretty close to it, is creating the magnetic field, and the sun is, and it's also protecting us against the same elements of the sun that is creating the magnetic field. So you got to step back and say, wait a minute now, it's creating the magnetic field and it's also protecting us from its particles. You can't have both. You got to make a choice, people. You know, make a choice. You got to have just one or the other. You can't have it doing both. It just doesn't make any sense, you know. All right, here's the Shaughnessy theory here on the Van Allen belts. These are the Van Allen belts. I'm going to get into the reason why the moon creates the Van Allen belts, because the moon is the one that's moving the most subatomic particles. It's flexing the gravitational field every day. You can see it with the high tide and low tides. And, you know, we can, you know, make a little sense of this. Just hang in there with me so we get through these images. So these are the magnetic, the Van Allen belts. And this is the flows. You know, the moon's out here somewhere, 250,000 miles away. Actually, it's way out here, because the Van Allen belts, the largest distance that has been recorded from the Earth is like 65,000 miles off the surface of the Earth. And generally it's only 25,000 miles, but okay. And then I think the smallest one is like 1,000 to 8,000 miles off the surface of the Earth. All right, so here's the flux lines of the subatomic flow. They're coming out of the latitudes and flowing back in, and you know, the big lines and everything. I'm not denying there's a magnetic field on the planet. There is. You can go look at a compass. You can see it points north. So there is a magnetic field. But the Earth's magnetic field is weak, and we'll show you why it's weak. It's too weak to be going out 65,000 miles into space. Okay, you got magnetic flux lines. You know, can't be going out that far. If the magnetic flux lines from the Earth's magnetic field was going out 65,000 miles, okay, I just make a point here, you wouldn't be able to pick up a hammer off the ground. You know, every ounce of iron or anything that was magnetic on the surface over the course of the Earth's existence would have been sucked down to the core by this giant magnetic field. Okay, and magnetic fields dissipate with heat. Okay, so the core of the Earth is like as hot as the sun. Okay, so forget the magnetic field there. If there's any magnetism, it's on the surface of the planet, and it's caused by the by iron, and but it's up above the it's not coming out of the core like mainstream science would have you believe. Okay, all right. Here's the inner belts right here. These two little bands right here, belts, if you will, and then the outer belts. You have your satellites up here. And the outer belts, they're saying 12,000, 25,000. Like I said, there's been reports of it's gone out 65,000 miles. They're very, very elusive as far as getting measurements. But we know they're out there. Mr. Van Allen himself sent a rocket up and measured them back in the 50s. Okay, this is the magnetic field that we have on planet Earth. You get the, it's drifting all the time. The magnetic center is drifting up on the North Pole, and that's probably because of the moon's metonic cycle. There's a 1,260-year Soros cycle, and I'm sure if it was tracked that long, it would probably follow that. Again, everything's related to the moon. And here's the mainstream science that they want us to believe is going on. Somehow we have a magnetic field created by by the Earth, and these are the this is the North Pole that's coming in, South Pole is going out and flowing back into the North Pole. It all sounds wonderful, but there's some common sense missing from the picture. There's some common physics that just aren't being followed here. We're defying the laws of physics with this explanation. Again, they don't put the moon in there. They don't put the moon in any of this. The moon is not in any existence, any conversation, any topic when it comes to the magnetic fields on the planet. And the moon's gravity would flex a magnetic field if there was a magnetic field. It would flex the whole magnetic field, and it does. The moon is the end-all, be-all, gravity monster out there, right next to the Earth. All right, here's the Earth spinning around. Here's the moon. You got a good gap. It's about 250,000 miles away. So close to that, a little bit below 250,000 miles, and you just have that gravitational flux. When the Earth is spinning, so too is its gravitational field is spinning, but the moon deflects, it stretches out the gravitational field and allows, the tides, creates the tidal forces, and it also creates the Van Allen belts because it's pulling and releasing and tugging the subatomic world, right? I mean, you got a flow connection that's as big as day out there, or night for that. Go out there tonight. We got a half a moon tonight, actually, 27th of December. Yeah. So, anyways, there you go. So that's what's going on. Got some good gifts here. It's kind of a repeat of the video I had.
Oh no!
Magnetic fields.
I must have just got sniped.
So. Again, it was, I'm putting the moon as being the end-all, be-all creator of this particular situation. Now you notice the tidal bulge, the tidal bulge. You have a high tide on the moon side, and you have a high tide on the moonless side, and that's created because the moon does flex the gravitational field of the planet. Now this gravitational field, as you can see, it is flowing around with the planet. It is a geosynchronous gravitational field. Unbeknownst to the mainstream, again, I gotta keep saying that because I don't want you to think that this stuff is something that you can pick up a textbook and read about, because it's not. It's not yet anyways. But the gravitational field spins with the Earth, okay? And it's flexed by the moon.
Yeah, because they definitely didn't get the heliocentric globe correct, did they? That's what he's telling you, that they got it all wrong, that it's not. Yeah, because
this actually has been observed by the astrophysics, theoretical physics community. Is they believe that the electrons and gravitons bond at the North Pole and then repel each other as they flow into the South Pole, but then they
well, wait a minute, how could this be observed by theoretical physicists? They're theoretical physicists.
The flow is from both poles inward. This is just a magnetic explanation of what's going on in our world with motors and generators. That's how everything's turned, rotated, generated. And here we go. This is planet Jupiter, 76 moons on it. I just read a paper published 2 weeks ago in some of the finest scientific journals on the planet, and not one mention of 76 moons on the any interaction with the moon has with the magnetic field. They theorize that these people theorize that the actual magnetic field is created by a solid hydrogen core, okay, and somehow that
you know what? Let me hurry this guy up. I need to get him to. I can't take this anymore. Hold on a second.
The moon is causing it, and these particles are streaming in from the latitudes and coming back into the poles. Okay. Now that's the fourth force that I call centrigravigal force, and basically it is a force that I wrote as my fourth law of gravity. I wrote that, and I've actually entered an experiment into a contest that's worth €1 million, and where I'm negotiating the terms of the experiment that's going to prove gravity manipulation. And it's so revolutionary that Germans. It's got physics. It's got meat and potatoes. It's got observable evidence. People. All right, is this guy here? Yours, Germany. Was it Hamburg? No, it was Berlin, I think. And it didn't get there until it was like the 22nd of November. Anyways, no big deal. You know, this stuff's out there. You know, there's seasoned papers that I've already copyrighted, but that's off topic. I just want to let you know that, you know, this ain't some airy fairy, some guy just smoking a fatty coming up with this stuff. This stuff is real. It's got physics. It's got meat and glacial period we're in right now. 3-phase. You know, land, water, the earth, but the moon is deflecting it and stretching it out because of its mass. but nevertheless, the whole gravitational field, which is space-time, is geo-synchronized, geo-locked with the planet. That's why you can't fly from, you can fly from London to Boston in 6 hours. I don't know, Boston to London for 6 hours. And going back, you should cut the time because you're going towards the rotation of the planet. You should be able to like get back to Boston from London in say 2.5 hours because of the rotational speed of the Earth. You're going against it. You don't spin it underneath you. But that's not the case because the gravitational field is spinning with say 2.5 hours because of the rotational speed of the Earth. You're going against it. You don't spin it underneath you. But that's not the case because the gravitational field is spinning with the Earth. So you're not going to, without a time machine, you're not going to crack open that space-time continuum. As you know, not to steal something from Back to the Future there, but you're not going to crack that egg doing what you're doing. However, there are ways that I have surmised that you can take a faster plane trip and utilize the rotational speed of the planet under you. But, that's for another video. That's if the men in black don't take me out first. Get me in one of them car accidents. Anyway.
Okay. All right, so the flight from Boston to, he says the flight from Boston to London is 6 hours, and the flight from, the flight from Boston to London is 6 hours, and the flight from London to Boston is, should be half of that, but because of this gravitational pull thing, it must pull the plane somehow, and the plane takes about the same amount of time. Right? Okay. It's because the globe spinning underneath the plane makes no difference to how fast the plane travels. And the flight from London is half the time. Or about half the time. But it's a little longer than half because of the gravitational pull. Okay, the flight time from Boston to London, oops, let me get that where you can see it. Flight time from Boston to London. This is running with the spin. This is running with the spin from Boston to London. We're running with the spin. We're moving with the spin. Takes 6 hours 25 minutes. Now, what would y'all imagine that the flight from London back to Boston would be? Running against the spin. Not running with the spin, but running against the spin. From London to Boston, what is everybody's guess? What is everybody's guess out there as to how long it... Don't look it up! Damn it! You guess. For real, Richard. I don't want nobody looking this shit up. Y'all just take a wild guess. How long does it take to get from London to Boston? If it takes 6 hours and 25 minutes to get from Boston to London, how long does it take to fly back to Boston? If anybody guesses exactly right, I'm banning them. Well, anybody except my wife. Actually, running against the spin, it takes a little longer. And this is because John Shaughnessy, I know that you saw my comment. I know you got to be watching. I'm sure you're watching out there because you saw my comment on this video. probably confused you, didn't it? Because I actually just brought some simple facts. Just some simple stuff. The comment I left you, John, was all this Van Allen belt research you've been doing, did it include why and how all the astronauts that went through the Van Allen belt before it was discovered, of course, how did they suffer no radiation poisoning whatsoever? This is supposedly Fukushima style radiation. This is some serious fucking radiation we're talking about. These Van Allen belts will cook you like you're in a microwave. But for some reason, we had multiple astronauts in spacesuits not designed for radiation, in a capsule not designed for radiation. The capsule I've seen with my own two eyes, sitting in the Smithsonian. I mean, I think it's the Smithsonian. Whenever we went up to Washington when I was a kid, we saw the damn thing. The fucking skin on that thing is about this thick. There's no evidence that the Van Allen belts actually exist, John. As far as humans go, maybe, John, it's not human bad radiation. Like, it's not the kind of, maybe they proved that the Van Allen belts aren't really radiation by going through them. Maybe they just proved that they're like, I don't know, like clouds or something. You ever think of that? Maybe. But let's get back to your point, because I know you're probably going, damn, I'm glad you're making a live stream about this, Jeff, because your comment really confused me. I wasn't sure how to answer it because I wasn't expecting the flight from London to Boston to actually take longer running against the spin than with the spin. I'm sure that's what you're stuck on right here. You're probably scratching your fucking ass, your head right now, going, how in the fuck does it take longer against the spin, John? And I understand. There's a lot of confusing things in this world, and even though you might have worked out that all them pyramids, you remember, John, you were talking about all them pyramids and how that all the pyramids are like the magna flux whatever, that keeps whatever. I've seen some heliocentrics go off the fucking deep end before, but I've never seen anything. Dude, I used to hang out with Robert Bassano, man, and I've never seen anybody. I'm not saying it's bad to go off the reservation, John. By God, you should hear what I think about all this. But obviously, John, if it takes 6 hours and a half to fly from Boston to London, and then you turn around and you fly back, and it's 7 hours and 40 minutes. Well, that's a problem if you're on a helio model. You can add all the gravity you want into it, John, but I clearly see birds flying from fucking east to west about the same speed. I don't travel from east to west in my car any slower with any more drag because of the gravity pulling on my car, John. There's so many things that this gravity of yours encompasses with all these other things that, to be honest with you, sir, it seems like you do a lot of research, but you're really not breaking it down the way you think you're breaking it down. And I'm not saying don't break it down the way you're breaking it down. I think that you probably got a lot of clues wrapped up in your sleeve somewhere that would help a lot of people out. All I'm saying, John, is that gravity is not pulling the plane backwards. It doesn't work like that. I've been on planes. I've been on boats, big ass boats, that gravity would have had a bigger effect on. We traveled just as fast east to west as we did west to east. Oh shit, y'all got an echo? I am sorry, hold on. You shouldn't have an echo. You got an echo still? Anyway, y'all want to see some chemtrail pictures that we've been taking lately? I'm not, John, you can leave now. I don't have anything else. I mean, unless you want to jump in chat and start, which I doubt you're going to jump in chat and start explaining shit to us. I imagine you are thoroughly scratching your head on this right now, and maybe you need to go back to your formula board and work out and add an r equals 2 squared to the pi or whatever. You know, I'm sure you'll figure it out, dude. There's a lot of awesome guys just like you on YouTube. They are awesome. Don't let anybody unsubscribe from you because you're not awesome. Most awesome channel I ever seen in my life. Alright, so, but we're going to move on, John. We don't talk about just other stuff here. We talk about all kinds of other stuff, John. So, if you're interested, you can hang out and you could entertain Richard Clark. He would be more than happy to discuss this with you. In fact, if you just send Richard Clark a message tonight and let him know that you would like to work this out with him, that'd be great, man, because he's got nothing but time. He don't have a lot of time left, but all the time that he's got is nothing but time. I mean, I'm sure that he's like this close to kicking the bucket. You could probably, if you tried, man, you could give him a heart attack. You just show him, I don't know, show him some of your other work. Maybe that'll finish him off. Anyway, what was I going to show you? Chemtrail pictures. Sorry. Now, I'm going to do this different tonight for the chemtrail pictures because you wouldn't believe the trouble I had the other night trying to show them. Alright, I know I can bring in 4 at a time, and I gotta delete 4, okay? I gotta bring in 4, delete 4. What? What did I do? What? What? Hold on a second. Hold on. Everybody just hold on. I'll be right back. Oh, what do you mean, Witch Johnny? I was just showing you his damn video, Richard. What the hell are you talking about, Witch Johnny? This Johnny right here. This guy. Damn it. This guy. This Johnny guy. The guy I was just showing you. This is the Johnny I'm talking to. What fucking Johnny do you think I'm talking to? Oh no, they're talking about Dan again. Poor Dan. I don't know why they don't talk about Richard Clark. That's the real shill around here. That dude's got shill written all over his tiny penis. What Johnny? You mean which Johnny? Which? What? That Johnny. That's the Johnny I'm talking to. I don't know what Johnny you're talking about. That's the Johnny I'm talking about right there. They said I'm crazy. They said I'm crazy. They said I'm crazy. No, they didn't say I'm crazy. They didn't say I'm crazy. Please tell me they didn't say I'm crazy. Well, you gotta understand, they formulate my position from people like Patricia Steer and Vancouver and them folks. They would never come here to get my position. And I'm sorry about that. I'm not going to take them out of their position, though. I'll leave them right there in it. I'll leave them right there in it. It's a position I would really hate to fucking be in. I will tell you guys one thing, though. The more you hang out with each other, the worse you look. You're like a gang of bad cops or something, really. You're like a gang of stalkers. Really. And that's why you need your support group. Hell, even when it was just me and Chris, I was still heavy. And I love Chris to death. But I was heavy. I don't need a pack of guys. I don't need a pack of guys hanging out with me. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Beep beep boo. Beep beep boo. Beep beep boo. Beep beep boo. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. Jeff Stewart. That is your flat earth content. John Cumby ain't crazy. Don't y'all call John Cumby crazy. That's mean. You ever seen him dance? That boy can fucking dance. Now, I'm telling you right now, if I was in a club and I saw John Cumby on the dance floor, man, I'd buy that joker a drink, man. I'd want to be his dance partner all night long. We could just shake it, baby. You know, we could rub hairy chests together and stuff. Have you seen Jeff Stewart? I have seen Jeff Stewart. Hey, let me explain to you guys something. I got people on YouTube. Now, a lot of people think that these government agents, or a lot of people are bothered by the agents. They really are. They're bothered by them immensely. And I used to be, before I figured out what was going on. And then I realized, oh, they're just a fucking bunch of gang stalkers. And, you know, it is what it is. you're going to have anybody that's public, or as public as I am, they're going to have detractors. And there is normal detraction. Absolutely, there is normal detraction. And then there is that. But what I'm trying to say is, technically speaking, there are people on YouTube that would suck green pus-ridden cocks to troll me. And I mean suck them dry. That's how far they will go. They will suck every cock on earth just to troll me. I kind of take it as a sign of, I don't know, getting a man's attention. Because the man loves paying you attention. Surely does. He loves paying attention to you. Whether it's in memes or hit job videos or whatever. And it is what it is. You can't do nothing about it. When they realize that they don't have any real effect in the world and they don't really have anything to talk about, Jeff Stewart is always a good go-to fucking subject, because it's the subject that, I don't know, seems to stir everybody's hearts and memories and, you know, all that stuff. I'm a likable guy. What can I say? I mean, everybody likes to talk about me. I know that y'all are going, Jeff, how could you just take this so lightly? Well, what do you think I'm going to do? Dwell on it? I got big fucking problems in my life. I talk about them all the time. I talk about my fucking problems. My problems with the government, my problems with the poisoning, my problems with the money, the war, everything. I'm sorry that I am your problem, if I am your problem. Even though I've never met you. Even though I've never laid eyes upon you. I wouldn't know you if you walked right up to me and poked me in the chest and said, hey, I'm thou shalt not receive on YouTube, motherfucker. I'm going to say, dude, I have no fucking idea who the fuck you are. You mean you don't know who thou art should receive on YouTube? You've never seen my channel before? No, I haven't. I'm sorry. Maybe your content just don't line up with what the fuck I generally talk about, or what I'm looking for, or what I'm studying. You know, maybe if you were doing research in the areas that I was looking at, man, I would know you. Even if you were a flat earther and you were doing good research, I know who you are. You might have never heard from me. You might not even know me. But if you're doing good research, chances are I've heard of you. Or I've watched you. Or I sub to you. But if you're really just sitting around going, Jeff Stewart, Jeff Stewart, what do you think you look like? You can call me crazy all you want to, but I'd rather be called crazy than a lot of the names people are going to call you. So take that for what it's worth. You understand what I'm saying? If you need a gang to sit around and talk about how bad you are and how mean you are and, ooh, I'm fucking Golden Gloves boxer, don't fuck with me, bitch. You're just a keyboard warrior. Nobody knows who you are. You could be in a fucking wheelchair for all anybody knows. You guys are about as scary as nothing, really. Little girls, I guess, is the right word. And I'm not trying to be derogatory. Honestly, I'm trying to help you. Try to do less gangs and more research. You can't do research talking about Jeff Stewart. That's all I'm saying. Let's move on. Damn, I ran out of cigarettes. It's 12 o'clock. Fuck. I could run up to the, Hey, would y'all give me a minute? Can I take a minute and go run up? I mean, I just right up to the store and get a pack of cigarettes. Would anybody mind? Would anybody mind? I mean, I wanted to show y'all some chemtrail pics. So, here's the first 4. Tracy just shared everything she had. Let's see what they look like. They've been chemtrailing the fuck out of us here. Wait a minute. Are these yours? No. These are not yours. Oh. Honey, I thought these were your pictures. Why am I looking at internet pictures, honey? Alright, let's try this again. Let's see if we got some Tracy pictures. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for Tracy pictures. Pictures taken by Tracy and or her friends of the sky. Honey, this is not yours. This is not yours. This is not yours. This is not yours. Honey, please come show me which pictures are yours. Why am I looking at all these pictures? I want the pictures of our skies. Let me go down to the end. Let me start at the end and I'll work my way back. All them pictures were yours? Oh, I didn't know you labeled the pictures. They are her pictures. I'm sorry, sweetheart. I'm very sorry about that. We'll go. Damn, y'all got a lot of pictures to fucking look at. You're not gonna like this. Got a lot of pictures to go through. So I can go get some cigarettes. Y'all okay with that? And let's see, transform, and I want to go fit the screen. That's Control F. All right. That really doesn't come through. Let's see. Well, now this rippled look is that's from the harp array there. We know that. I can't tell what the other is down what you got circled. Let's get rid of that. Next. Next. That looks like real clouds that have been harped. That doesn't look like chemtrails harped. That looks like real clouds in an excited atmosphere. That's what that looks like to me. All right, let's move on. This is not what I thought I was going to be looking at. I'm looking for the fucking stripes. I'm looking for the fucking curved ass stripes. That's what I'm looking for. Oh my God. Are you going to pull? Why didn't you pull them over? Come on. Do it again. What in the hell? Oh my God. How come I can't pull you over? Oh my God. Man, I gotta find a strip. This still isn't working, honey. I gotta find a strip down. I got some. Could somebody like comment on my shit that that has found a app that is just a cut down, stripped down picture viewer that I can use in OBS, because the OBS fucking picture slideshow thing, it's not worth a shit. You put more than 10 or 20 pictures in there and it's gonna lock your shit up. I got hundreds. Tracy has hundreds of chemtrail pictures, and I can't. It's hard to zoom into them. I mean, it would just take. That would take 8 hours to go through 100 pictures, and that's with a good viewer. That's with a good stripped down viewer. It would take me 100 hours for us to go through these things. Yeah, no, not a. Rob, come on. Hey, y'all want to listen to them other guys while I go get a pack of cigarettes? I don't mind. I gotta find that link again. Let's see. I gotta go all the way back up to the top. Where in the hell did the link go? I mean, I don't want y'all to miss out on any great flat earth research. God damn it. Thank you, honey.
Daddy, why those black clouds up there? Controversy in the sky, and I don't know what to do. I'm just a normal guy, so I wrote the song for you.
I'm gonna go get some cigarettes. I'll be better.
Can you smell it in the air? I see them planes up high. Is it all a big scare? Drop it out as they fly by. Chemtrails, chemtrails, look at all the chemtrails, chemtrails, raining down on the street. Chemtrails, chemtrails, all the dirty chemtrails running through the sky on repeat, on repeat, on repeat. What are they making? What are they brewing? What are they spraying? What's with clouds today? Are they just liars? Are they just conscrewing? Water-based airfare, they still want us to pay.
And move on from this, or what, man? What's going on, Popcorn?
Wait, stop at that one. Go back to that one.
A relic. Halloween, 1987. I went as the mad abortionist. Note, the skewered baby fetus in the coat hanger. Gross, man. Yuck. This is Patty's brother, right?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Had to just come back to reality there for a second.
That's disgusting. Popcorn replied, I love you, and Johnny Bryan.
Hey man, we love you too, buddy. Gotta stir up the shit for a minute.
Gotta shake the tree, Popcorn. We gotta ask questions, buddy. You know how it goes, man. If you're not a shill, you know. You know how it goes, man. You gotta shake the tree. Wow. That's his throne. Look, I knew he was the king of the flat earth. I knew it. There's the old Matthew Powerland there, look. That's what they did with him. Swords. Yeah. Jason and Chris buried the original sword that chopped the, you know, went through the heart of this Matthew Powerland here.
There's a sword sitting in the corner?
Yeah, sword sitting in the corner too. Yeah.
Creepy stuff.
So now we know what happened. Monster vodka shots. That was just before they went and captured Math. They had to get a little juiced up, see? Because I don't think it's the same Matthew Powerland either. I think they kidnapped him too, Johnny.
Yeah, I think it's probably a real guy. They probably got, and he looked like Math, and like they found Math the actor, and they're like, "Hey, play this character, and we'll give you the info." And here we are.
Some more devil hands there. Not a Satanist though.
No, wait. Again. So the guy, the Rockstar guy, he's photobombing Timmy.
Yeah.
Like Timmy's not in the picture with that guy. That guy's in the picture with Timmy, you know. And then the guy taking the picture, he wants in on the pic too.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like he'd be in a band or something.
Well, his apparently, if Shannon O'Shea is related to them, which I don't even know about, that might all be disinfo. But I mean, they're in the music industry. Their family's in the radio industry, so they're all connected to musicians. So maybe he just has backstage passes and they became friends, or like Brian said, he's some kind of like master Satanist, whatever, draw a triangle and talk to the devil. I don't know, because I don't know if you were a kid and you ever messed with a Ouija board, but it seems like that stuff is pretty real, and I would imagine they've messed with plenty of Ouija boards in their day.
Oh yeah, they probably own a few of them, and they're not sitting under the bed, they're out on the coffee table. And they use them more than we use the computer.
And Cumby made a good point about I think it was Cumby. He made a point about the mouse, or somebody made a point about the mouse and like a Ouija board. When you use the mouse, it's like the internet is the Ouija, and that's what I was trying to connect with the lightning bolt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Cumby that brought this up. But it's very interesting, yeah.
That's like this, Johnny. Watch this, man. You've seen this before. Freaks me
Oh,
right
yeah.
out. Every time I do it, freaks me right out, man.
Let's try something else. Let's try, after we do this one, let's try, instead of Fepe, let's try something else after this one.
All right.
So what you're saying is this is like a Ouija board in a way. It kind of like tells you what you're thinking at the time.
I don't know. Let's see if it does the same thing. It's been a few weeks.
Did you go to Solace, wherever? You got to do it to Solace.
Oh yeah, I got to switch it. That's right. That's right. I got to switch it.
Yeah, I don't know.
English to Somalia.
Yeah, Somalia. That's it.
There we go. Tilamaha la isa halagui ahayasha gui de habakake.
Fepe.
Oh, hang in there. Watch this. Neat.
It's not working this time. Oh, they fixed the algorithm. They changed it.
Wixi Fuda de Lucos. I think I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, because it's capital. You got to, not capital, you got to put it in the lowercase.
Has to be capital.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, will you look at that? They fixed it, Johnny.
Somalia.
Kuksuku is probably some satanic fucking spell this week. That's probably what this is. Probably some satanic spell.
Yeah, yeah. Try lowercase and then I don't know. I mean, you can try other. Fadian Ogo.
I don't remember none of this coming up before.
Not at all.
Not at all.
All right, so let's change the other one from. All right, change that Somalia to English, right?
Yeah.
Where it says Somalia, change that to English. No, it's right there. You can just click it, and then change the other one. There we go. Now you're on it. You're on it.
There we go. All right.
On the basis of request for a due process hearing. Oh, they got you, bro. You got a due process hearing coming up for the shills. You're not allowed. This is the first time you have a baby. Not even close.
Not even close.
We already seen that.
Yeah.
We're already doing it, buddy. Period of time, basis with this hearing process. Any loss of liable. Wait. On the basis of request for a reasonable period of due process and may not be liable for any loss or damage. Oh, is that like something you're trying to say to God? Like, don't be responsible, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It gets better though, as you let's see here. I don't know. I lost it again. See, it's only Fepe based apart that does it.
It's lowercase.
Yeah. What else should I put in? Maybe flat Earth. Maybe.
Try that. Yeah.
Do flat Earth says. So I'll do FLATEARTH. Oh. Okay.
It's important that you have the opportunity to work. Whoa, dude.
So here's flat Earth for you. Find a job within it. Find a shill seat.
Please be a slave. Be our slave. Be our slave. Google has an algorithm for slavery. This is funny.
Wow.
Oh man.
Crashing on me.
It is important to remember that you have the right to be free.
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
It's repeating itself now, so that's the message in that word.
Okay. Let's try Math Powerline.
Hey, there's a good one.
Do not you. We do not know.
We do not need to. Even Google doesn't want us looking into Math Powerland on it. That's hilarious. Who says we do not need to know either? That's funny. Maybe Dan got it. Oh boy, fuck, that's so fucking. Oh, that's funny.
Keep going. Let's see what they say next.
Oh.
Oh, sorry. Is that let me guess. Trinity. Probably Chloe.
He's laying down beside me.
Oh, okay.
We do not need to make any decisions and actions.
We are completely slaves.
No, and we do not need to do anything about it.
Do not make another Beavis and Butthead.
Yeah.
Do not make another thing about MP. Do not know what to do, and what to do and what to do.
That sounds like something Math would say. Singing
Exactly.
though. He's singing.
He's
Do not know what to do. What to do.
Who to do.
Flat Earth is a psyop. We do not know what to do. There's Math for you right there, right? Like
He's talking to us. He's the one operating this program right now.
Yeah.
We do not need to make a difference, and we cannot do it, and we will be able to do it. What?
Weird.
Oh, we can do it. We do not need to make a difference, and we can do it, and we will be able to do it.
Right on. So we don't need to do it, but we're going to do it, and we're able to do it, Johnny. So see, once you get past the negativity of don't look into Math Powerland, you start to realize you can do it. You know.
Let's type in like Patricia Steer or like Mark Sargent or like something like that. I don't know. This is fun.
What?
Solutions. Oh, they have solutions. I think they might be talking about the 10 million I'm asking for.
We will be able to provide you with the best possible solutions. Wow.
Just give me 10 million and I'll split it with the John and Brian here and we'll go live in Canada.
Yeah.
We'll go live in
Give Cumby
Florida.
Don't give me a whole lot because I don't want Glenn working too hard on the expose videos, okay? If they paid me off, I mean, that would tip Glenn right over the edge, man.
I mean, they drive Rolls Royces. I don't think 10 million is much of an issue, for a split between three people, that's 33%. They probably would enjoy that.
No, it's 33. They'd love that.
Yeah.
So we will be able to provide you and us with you and your family.
There's your answer.
What?
They'll provide us with the best, Johnny. Me and you and my family and your family.
Good.
Good, man. Good. No, of course, we're just speculating with all of this, people. I mean, Dan's probably going to make a video over this saying that we went off on a Google Translate using this as our evidence that they're shills, eh? So we have to interject and say, friends and folks, this is just a comedy hour on A Truth Shall Set You Free with Johnny Murdoch. And that's what we're doing. We're just having some fun, right?
Yeah, it's late. We were going to quit it like an hour ago, but we're kind of having some fun now. So we'll see where this goes. Maybe Pops wants to come on and try to explain himself, or maybe Bob wants to come on, or maybe Glenn wants to come on and talk shit. Or
I can send some links out.
Oh, I mean, I don't know who wants to come on, but I'm not looking at chat. I don't want to deal with it. I'm going to actually take like a 2-minute break. I'll be right back.
All right. So this one says, we are not responsible for the actions of the parties.
What party? The Flat Earth Party? The Las Vegas Party?
They're not responsible for Matthew Powerland's actions or IPS's death threats or anything like that, okay? And they're not going to be responsible for the actions at Matthew Powerland's party that he's having in Las Vegas, man. That's what that's about, buddy. See, we're getting in on the satanic plans of the Flat Earth through the Google algorithm, because we know that the YouTubicals and Google and all these people, the shills, are all working together. And of course, this is comedy hour, so nobody take me too serious here.
No, it's nice to joke around and relax.
Yeah. All right, let's try Patty Steer.
Because the candle's not to get warm.
Are you cold, buddy?
I just put a shirt on.
Oh my goodness. Patricia Steer on the other side of the street. Look at her go down there, walking the beat. Preaching her Satanism, talking to her brother Timmy. They're going to hang out down the well and maybe go see Danny in Seattle. I don't know. A great way for you to come back to school. Weird. This is a great way to make it safe and healthy place for you. I'm all alone now. Wondering if I should go copy some links maybe and see if...
No, you're not allowed.
Stop screen sharing.
No, you're not allowed, right?
All right, there we go. So, just waiting for Johnny to come back. I think I gotta go pee.
Yeah.
I do. Right here.
So many different people to be. That is strange. So strange. You got to pick up everything. You got to pick up everything. You got to pick up every stitch. Must be a season of the wind. Must be a season of the wind. Yeah. Must be a season of what to do the frequency. What's all inside my it's stronger than me.
Check. I don't know if you guys can hear me or not. But if you can, welcome to the Comedy Hour. Truth shall set you free. I don't know if it's over, but it was funny while it lasted. I'm not looking at chat tonight. I don't want to. But it has been like a crazy month. I had a lot of fun. Pops, if you're in the chat, man, Pops, dude. You know what's up, man. You know what's going on. Check. Check, check. I wonder if this is working. If this is working. I think it might be working. What's up, Vlad? If you can hear me. Is this working?
Wow, that pepper was fun.
Are you there, Johnny?
Yeah, I just didn't know what happened.
Wow, man, I lost my internet. I'm hooked up via data now, so I guess we have to close the show down. And I was playing a Cumby video, I guess. I don't know what happened. Something shot me down, but again, like it did earlier. We'll be calling the ISP tomorrow and getting a new modem or something.
Oh, that's fine. It was a good show, and I think we did a pretty good job. And I don't know. Maybe Pops will do a show or something.
Maybe. I was hoping to get Bob and them on, but well, another time, I guess. We'll let this show settle and see how it stews in the juices out there in YouTube land and see what stirs up. We had Antonio in the chat tonight, Johnny. Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that. He must be a fan. I don't know.
Yeah. So
well, he knows. Go ahead.
I said, I think we're still live right now. So
Yeah, we are. And Antonio, man, I know you know a lot about Patty and all these guys. Maybe, maybe you want to come on and explain how you're not a show, and how the direction of the sun. It seems like you do a lot of. So maybe you can explain all that stuff.
I am in no way trying to tarnish Lee Bracker's name. I don't know who Lee Bracker is as of yet. I have just stumbled upon Lee Bracker, and I'm trying to put all of his information together on my computer all in one place. And so I'm trying to preserve this blog and these tapes so that I can just keep going through them, and if I need to later, you know what I mean? So I am in no way trying to copy Lee Bracker's work. I am just trying to preserve this and put it on my channel or my other channel. We'll see, I don't know yet. So yes, have a good listen to it. This goes way back. Not quite sure how this all fits together yet, but that's all what research is all about, right? You just keep putting dots together. You go back farther and farther and farther.
What is it?
You called me and I hung up on you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know you did. I should hang up on your ass right now, too.
Why?
Because you hung up on me.
I didn't mean to. No, I was on a call and I clicked the wrong button. I always do that. So did you get that Mark D'Antonio stuff and take a look at that?
Yeah, no, I didn't take a look at it. I don't give a fuck about him.
Okay. I just thought I'd give you
I'm gonna bring Bob Noodle down. I'm gonna get him fired from his job. I'm gonna put together all those videos. And I'm gonna send it to the head of security, the security director for Denver International Airport, to let them know that he's actually been speaking against the government and that he should lose his security clearance. Yeah, he's gonna get fired. Probably this week.
I'm sure he's considered what he does is sort of like
No.
jeopardizing.
He's doing the name under Blowbusters. No one, so he doesn't expect his employer to find that.
Huh.
Because it's not under his name. Jaron created it.
Right. He's riding off of Jaron's thing.
Yeah, but I got him on video. I'm gonna download it, package it together, and send it to the head of security at Denver International Airport.
Would it be the? I know you're going to say.
I'm also going to send a copy to Department of Homeland Security and the DoD.
Who is Robert Bass talking to in this? Oh, that was his interview with Lee. Oh, yeah, no. They had to play the one where he's got to mention my name, of course. Turn this on. I don't know what I'm still hearing. Hold on a second. Alright, I think I'm good. Lee Bracker. Here's a good. Lee Bracker would be a great example of these guys. Here, let me turn this off so you're not distracted. Lee Bracker think of him like a really smart. Think of Lee Bracker like a really smart. It's hard to imagine any of these fucking people as being smart, but let's just say think about Lee Bracker as being a smart Nathan Oakley. Think of Lee Bracker as a smart American Nathan Oakley. If Nathan Oakley was like smart and he was an American, you know how he likes to fucking interview people and shit. Fucking so oh, does he? Well, you know, everybody's got to have a friend. I don't know who Johnny is though, so we were confused on that earlier. I was talking about John Shaughnessy, the heliocentric guy, and everybody else was talking about another Johnny. I have no idea who the fucking Johnny is. Somebody help me out with that. Anyway, think of Lee Bracker like a smart Nathan Oakley, and then throw in a smidgen of Aaron Dober. And that's Lee Bracker. Now, Lee Bracker was another one of these flat earther researchers. Meaning, let me type this out so it makes sense, because you know, it's hard enough to keep up with it in my head a lot of times. So it's a lot easier just to do it this way. Okay. Now, I truly hate when people take me out of my position. Meaning, if you're going to talk shit about me, or you're going to lay out my position, and you know that I'm accessible, what kind of pussy do you got to be to not invite me? You'll invite everybody that's got something to say about me. No, don't worry about anything that they prove about what they say. Just as long as they're saying something about me. But instead of reaching out to me and saying, hey, I got a channel, I'm I'm asking questions about this, that, the other. Would you care to come on and discuss this, or this? But see, these people never do that. I've never gotten one invite. The only invites I've ever gotten for Hangouts is by Chris Rock. He's the only person who's ever actually invited me to a Hangout. So, you can think what you want about whatever. But if you're going to take my position or make my position but not make me publicly available to dispose or get you straightened out or whatever it is, whatever your questions are, you know, that's just pussyfied, really. Because as you see, what I'm going to do to you when you start talking about me is I'm going to lay it out there for everybody to hear exactly what you got to say. I'm going to do what you failed to do, which is, why don't I get the person who I'm talking about? They're accessible. It's not like they got fucking a shitload of shit going on. You know, they might not have a problem with me saying, hey, would you like to come on? You've never sent, and I'm talking to all of you, you've never sent me a single invite at all. But you'll sit there and say, yeah, but he snipes. The only people that can snipe your hangout are the people with the fucking address, you shit for brain dipshit fucking motherfuckers. You're so goddamn stupid and so goddamn gullible, and I hope you can understand what I'm fixing to show you here, or you have to be in the 80 percentile. Now, where you don't want to be is in the 80 percentile. This is what you have on YouTube. 1% of any particular truther movement are the people that are actually doing the research. 9% are commenters, regular people just like you and me, just making comments, not public. They don't show their faces or anything like that. Think of Richard Clark as one of those people. He's never going to show his face. He's never going to use his voice. So you're never going to know who he is, if he's for real, if he's not. Now, I might have reasons as to why I know he's for real, but I can't disclose those reasons to you because he has asked me not to. But it makes no difference that I say that, because you shouldn't believe that. Not that it's not true. As a researcher, if you're researching Richard Clark, you should never take a vouch. Ever. 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 9% are commenters. 10%. Now these guys, I'm telling you, these guys, they research the researchers. Oh, I think I put too many researchers in there, didn't I? Shit. They research the researchers. Okay? Now, let's add flat earth to this. Let's just make this flat earth. As you heard tonight, I came in on a flat earth boat that contained a bunch of people. And I'll give you that, because you don't know. So you just got to make guesses. So I'll allow you certain leeway if you've never asked me the question, or if I've never made my position. But before you start guessing and talking about stuff you don't know anything about, why don't you just ask? It's the easiest thing to do. Just ask. But I digress again. 10% research the researchers. Now, the problem is if you want to research the researchers, that's fine. You can do that. That's your prerogative. But while you're doing that, why don't you look at their research and let their research stand for what it is? Why, if you were doing research on any particular subject, let's just say you were doing research on Matt Boylan. You wanted to find out if he's some sort of government shill or not. and you come up with some good goddamn evidence that he's a shill. But then I come along behind you and I say, you know what? I ain't gonna talk about your evidence. I'm gonna talk about you. Where are you from? What do you do? Where do you work? Where do you live? You're gonna look at me for exactly what I am. And if you can't put yourself in that position, then you are that position. You can research the researchers all you like. They're going to turn out to be a lot of people just like you. Because as Jeff Stewart said years ago, when the psyops started, the first people in were the ones that did all the research that you see and use in your videos now. Every bit of it. I see my work on more channels than I can shake a stick at. I see a lot of people's work on more channels. These fucking invisible channels. Tons of it. When the psyop started, they dropped what appeared to be a trickle of truth. And then the first people looking at it were just regular YouTube. We were researching UFOs, man. We were researching fucking government corruption. We were researching 9/11, man. We were looking to sink our teeth into any goddamn thing. So they dropped this trickle of truth out there, and then we built your evidence. All of it that you use now. And at the same time, we were also questioning where did this come from and how did it get started? Because even when you're in the first 10 fucking public YouTube flat earthers, which is what I am, there were less than 10 flat earthers on YouTube when I got on. And that's why they all know me. And they all used my research over and over and over. And I proved it in video after video after video. And then I realized, oh, they used me. Because they're not smart enough to fucking do this shit. But they're smart enough to trick me. And there's only a couple of things that are smart enough to trick me. And I think that you can only imagine as to what one of those things are. So then you got to really look at it. And what you're doing. And you start learning a whole lot more truths about what the government is capable of and what you think they might be doing. If you've never watched my PSYOP series, I suggest you do so. If you think I'm crazy, well, you're halfway there. But if you think that I haven't been dealing with fucking people like you for years and years and years and years, you're sadly mistaken. The truth is, it's not that I don't care about you. It's not that I don't dislike your content. It's not that I dislike what you say It's just that I don't care anymore. You can say anything about me you like. I'm just saying, if you want to be that truth warrior, that ministry of truth, if you are that ministry of truth, why wouldn't you go directly to the source? Why would you rely on a bunch of people who've never done shit except research the researchers? Why don't you try to grapple the research first? Try to understand the research. A lot of the research that I was doing, I was totally out of my element. I didn't know anything about anything. I never really investigated NASA shit until Flat Earth. I was a glober. I believed in all that shit. And everything that you're working with now is what people like me found for you. So instead of saying, hey, thanks for the great information, Jeff, you're going to complain about who the fuck I was hanging with fucking 3 or 4 years ago? Motherfucker, there wasn't but 10 of us. Then there was 20 of us. Then there was 30 of us. Everybody hung out with everybody, you stupid fucking homo dick sucking cock sucking bastards. Did that wake you up? Did it? Are you starting to pick up what I'm throwing down, or are you completely fucking retarded? I'm tired of hearing from people who I never heard of before talking about how they know everything about it. I could even get Matt on the telephone and answer your questions for him. You could ask him questions. The problem is, you can only ask one question, and he can only keep it together for about 30 fucking seconds. So it's really not worth doing. You can clearly see what he's doing now. You can clearly see what he's doing now. He never did a single bit of research. Oh, Eric Dubé? What research did he do? Everything Eric Dubé put out is everything that was already out there. And who could have put it all together? Eric Dubé? Have you seen any evidence that Eric Dubé has done any real research into what we're on other than digging up old stuff? Anything? Has he worked out any new theories? Does he have any theories? No, he doesn't. And I don't care if you think I'm crazy when I say Flat Earth is not and was not devised by a human. Neither was 9/11 and a lot of other things in your lifetime. But I can tell you one thing. I'm not a fucking data center. But I'm pretty goddamn smart, and chances are I'm a little bit smarter than you. And that might be hard for you to accept. But you can improve it. You can get smarter. You can do some research. You can do some real research. Everything that you're researching now has already been done. Everything. 100 times over by 1,000 other channels that came and gone just like yours. I was in it so long, I saw the range of things that you wouldn't believe. And I normally wouldn't even say anything to any of you, or, you know, about you or anything like that. But I just find it strange how even after I did the research and I walked away, y'all still bring up my name like I'm still in whatever. And the truth is, I don't know any of you. I never heard of you before. I don't know why y'all keep going around there talking like, fucking, I was there and I was there. Now I've been here, been around forever. You aren't fucking shit. You ain't got nothing except a bunch of fucking yapping women gossip fucking bullshit. I'm talking directly to you. I'm not talking about you. I am talking directly to you. I know this is true, what I'm saying, because you've never sent me a single invitation to collect my position on any particular argument or question that you have. All of you. Every last one of you. You know why? Because you can't stand it. That the work that you can't get through your head doesn't even enter your head. You don't even do it. You're lazy. Fucking lazy. Lazy goddamn YouTubers. You might as well go back to the fucking comment section. That's what you need to do. Because that's all you do. You can research the researchers all you like, and then you'll find out a lot of them weren't researchers. So let me give you this scenario. You walk into something, you pour your heart into it because you think there's something there. You find out that there is something there, and then you find out that the people that brought it to you are completely fake and false. But unlike you, I didn't run around after the fact and say, oh, well, it's definitely flat. It's definitely flat. Yes, brought to us by shills, but it's definitely flat. Oh, yeah, it's fucking flatter than shit. Yeah, it is flatter than shit. But those guys are shills. Do you understand how stupid you look? You understand how utterly insane you are? You want to call me crazy? You can't prove it either way. That's what I learned. That's how fucked up it is. It could be anything. That's how fucked up I got in my research. Just to figure out, oh my God. It could be anything. Which makes it even more confusing. And you realize along the way that you've been lied to about everything. Everything. From your religion to the air you fucking breathe almost. I'm not going to sit around and do a circle jerk with my fucking friends to poke fun at you because you act retarded. It's not what I do. It's not how I roll. The people in chat over there, up there, they might. They might dislike you immensely. They might listen to everything you fucking say. Because they like hearing my name too. For all I know. But I don't. I've never said a word about you. I've never said a word about you. Till now. And you know who I'm talking to, and I know you're listening. You'd be stupid not to. So since you couldn't get my position square, I want to show you something. I work for NASA with Matt Boylan. We drew pictures of the Earth together. You want to see mine? Quit being a stupid little fucking bitch and help us with the problems that we really have in the fucking world. Because if I'm your problem, you don't have any problems. So you don't have any reason to bitch about nothing. If Matt Boylan, Patricia Steer, Vancouver, any of these people, if they're your problem, you don't have any problems. Just like if Jeff Stewart is your problem, you don't have any problems. I'm not going to let Matt Boylan be my problem. I'm not going to let Patricia Steer be my problem. I'm not going to let any of these non-researching fucking researchers fucking be my problem. I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm going to keep looking into what I'm looking into, and you can look into whatever the fuck you want to look into. And I don't give a shit what you're looking into. Personally. I'll see it when I see it. I'll see it when I'm researching it. But if you ain't popping up in what I'm looking for, then you ain't my fucking problem. I ain't gonna be anybody's fucking problem on fucking YouTube, you dumbass. If I'm your problem on YouTube, man, you a whole lot more worthy than you are. I don't punch down. I'll either lift you up or punch up. I am trying to lift you up. Do you understand? I'm trying to raise you and get you out of the goddamn pool. I'm not trying to drown you. I don't have my hand on your head. Just because I don't fucking call your name don't mean a goddamn thing, because when I start calling your name, you have a problem. Now, back to Rob's chemtrails. I want to smoke a cigarette.